Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to our Viet Vote Houston Go Get Out the Vote virtual event. My name is An Lan Nguyen. I'm the Executive Director of the Institute for Civic Education in Vietnam. We are very honored to partner with the Vietnamese Culture and Science Association to establish the Viet Vote Houston campaign in the past 2 months. Being present in the program today, we have Ms. Teresa Trin, President of Vietnamese Culture and Science Association, Newton Huynh, Houston in Action Fellow, and also current President of the Rice University Vietnamese Student Association, and Celine Nguyen, Houston in Action Fellow for ICEVN, and also a graduate from Rice University. So please say hello to everyone.
Hi, everyone. My name is Teresa Trin, and I am president of the Vietnamese Culture and Science Association. VCSA is very honored to partner with ICVN to help promote voting amongst the Vietnamese community of Houston. And I just wanted to say that it's an honor that we are having this program here today. And hello and welcome to everyone who joined us.
Wonderful. How about you, Newton?
Hello, everyone. My name is Newton. Just like Teresa and Guanlan, I'm very, very excited to be here with you guys today. A big thank you and big shout out to everyone joining us from across the nation. And I really want to say I'm super, super excited just to see the energy about the elections this year and to see everyone so involved. Thank you so much for joining.
Wonderful. Celine?
Hello, everyone. I'm the other Houston in Action Fellow alongside Newton and the current Vice President of Community Health Events at VCSA. Just really excited to be here, and a big shout out and thank you to everyone that has made all of our work possible and all the other people out there. Please remember to vote this election.
Wonderful, wonderful. In the past 2 months, Viet Vote Houston has been working around the clock to really outreach to all different organizations in our community to promote the Get Out the Vote effort for our Vietnamese American community in the city of Houston and vicinity. So our city has a Vietnamese population of about 150,000. However, we only have about more than 70,000 Vietnamese Americans who sign up and register to vote. And as of today, yesterday, November 3rd, this is a brand new statistic that we received from Harris County Votes Office. 12,740 Vietnamese American voters have gone out and vote. Yeah, that is so exciting, right? But compared with the statistic, we still would like to really push, because it's only about 20% of the Viet registered voters. We really hope to push it numbers like say 30,000 or even 35,000 in today's early voting and also election day. So what do you think, Teresa? Is that doable?
I think so. I think that if you look back in the history of the Vietnamese community of Houston, this is probably the first year where we have really pushed the Vietnamese community to go out and vote. And we've done it through many different ways, whether we had talk shows twice a month on the radio, or we had weekly talk shows on another radio station. It was very much a concerted effort by our organization, Viet Vote Houston, to really get the word out, really push people to vote. And what's so exciting is that this year we also made a big effort to get the youth involved, those that are over the age of 18 and eligible to vote in Houston. We really did a big push to have those younger people go out and vote. And we did that through many different ways. We actually outreach on actual college campuses and university campuses around the Houston area. And I think the biggest thing that we did was we promoted a social media contest. As many of you know, social media is the newest form of media in today. And so I feel like that's how we outreach a lot to the younger generation. And so today's purpose of this event is to really announce the winners of those social media contests. And to give you more information on how the contest was run, the details of the contest itself, I'd like to throw it back over to Newton.
All right, Newton.
Thank you so much, Teresa. Yeah, so first I want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to everyone who participated in our first ever TikTok and short video contest. It was very excited to spearhead, and we're grateful for all the submissions. Here at Viet Vote Houston, we recognize just how powerful and amazing this new generation can be, and we wanted to launch a contest that showcases exactly that. So to give a short recap or a brief synopsis of what this contest was, this contest asked for either a TikTok and or a short video that asked the youth of Vietnamese descent in the greater Houston area to create a TikTok and or a short video about the importance of voting to them. And they were asked to be as creative as possible with it, whether that be making a short dance, a short song, or even a short speech. And we were completely blown away by the results. With over 25 submissions to both contests and nearly 20,000 unique views. Yes, you heard that right. 20,000 unique views to our hashtag Viet Vote Houston on TikTok. I've been completely blown away with just the sheer energy our youth has been able to create about voting this election cycle. Personally, on a personal anecdote, I had a really amazing time just getting to know all the youth across the greater Houston area, whether that be interacting with the Queen Quang Buddhist Center or with Rice and UHVSA. I've just been blown away with the passion and commitment these Vietnamese youth have been showing to civic engagement. And I'm really excited to announce the winners here today with all of Viet Vote Houston.
That is so awesome. Like, I was incredibly, moved by the power of the youngster, the young people, even some that are not even reaching the voting age yet, but they're ready, like 17 years old. And the passion and the energy of that is just amazing, right? So are you ready for the TikTok contest result? I guess everybody is, right? I was so impressed with all of these TikTok videos that as Newton said. And the best way would be just view just what does it look like. Remember, TikTok videos is a very short, it only lasts about a maximum 1 minute or so, but it's very impactful and supposed to be fun. And this is how the youth look at voting, get out the vote. So let's see what do they have to say. We don't have we don't hear the sound somehow.
Let's see. I think we may be having a little bit of technical difficulties. Let's see if we can run it back a little bit and see if we can get that audio to work. Give us just a second.
Okay. So just to tell you, for some of these clip, some of them is just talking about what voting means to them. And some very creative that have a lion dance and showing the lion dance go through different obstacles to go vote, and to say, if a lion can vote, why can't you? I think this is really funny. And some, like even a girl who doing the makeup, and then they talk about voting through that. And you can see it, all of these pictures. Unfortunately, we don't have the sound, but you can check it out on vietvotehouston.org. It's funny. It's hilarious sometimes. Like, you can see that this guy and you, Newton, you are dancing in the TikTok right now. So I can feel the energy from through all of these youth doing the TikTok, and it just warmed my heart. I know that there's a lot of young voters in our cities that really participate this time. So it's just a really wonderful things. And some of these TikTok also include our other friends on AAPI communities, which is awesome. So I want to salute, especially one of the very active person from the Vietnamese Student Association, who is Audrey, Win, who is unfortunately cannot make it today, but she has been very active with us, going through a lot of different talk shows and encourage the young students in UH participate as well. So you can see the energy of this group of Huyền Quang Cultural Center. They are so active and they are so energetic about the action that they're doing is like VOTE, which is stand for vote. So it's really interesting. Like, what do you think, Newton and Celine and Teresa? Let's just share some of our thoughts about these TikTok video, and then we can announce.
Yeah, for sure. So, like Guanlan said, I was like in some of those TikToks, so it was kind of fun to be part of the production team and just like brainstorm fun ways to promote the message that voting is very important. And I thought it was a really fun way to just let people know, voting is critical, especially for people of Vietnamese descent and people like us in the new generation. It's just a great way to really, really get the message across on platforms that we use on a day-to-day basis. And I thought that was very amazing.
Wonderful. And we have we really pleased to award the scholarship for two youth organizations, that is the Vietnamese Student Association at Rice and also the Huyền Quang Buddhist Cultural Center from Vietnam Pagoda, Vietnam Buddhist Center. So those are the two organizations that have received the award of $500 for their team effort. And how about the individual, Teresa? Can you help to announce all the winners?
Sure. So you saw a small clippet of the entries for the TikTok and video contest. Unfortunately, we didn't have audio, but as Dr. England said, that you can go to vietvotehouston.org to view all of the entries in the competition. And so I am very pleased to announce the winners of the competition. And let me see here. So for best short video with a prize of $1,000, we have Michael Ngo.
Yeah. Congratulations, Michael.
Congratulations, Michael. We will be contacting you after to discuss how to get your funds to you. Next, we have the best overall TikTok winner. And that prize is also $1,000. And that goes to Julie Trin of Rice VSA. Congratulations, Julie.
Yeah, congratulations, Julie.
In addition, we have the second best overall TikTok video, and that prize is $500. And the winner of that is Easter Le from Huyền Quang Temple. Congratulations, Easter.
Awesome. Actually, it's a Huyền Quang Cultural Buddhist Center.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
How about the most like?
So there are two TikTok videos that earned most like, and the prize for those two are $500 each. And the first winner we have to announce is Cecilia Nguyen.
Awesome.
And
congratulations.
The other winner is Iris Nguyen. Congratulations to both Cecilia and Iris. You have the most liked TikTok. So that means your TikTok had the most views, the most likes, and pretty much outreach to probably the most people on this platform. So congratulations, you two ladies. Thank you very much. I'd like to also thank everyone who participated in the competition. It really helped to spread the word of the message of the importance of voting. And I think that the target was the young people, but I think that the audience it reached included the older adults, you would say. So I think it reached a wide variety of audience, especially through TikTok, which is such an international platform, worldwide platform now. So thank you to everyone who submitted videos or TikToks. Thank you to everyone who helped spread the message of voting through your entries. And congratulations to all our winners. Be sure to look out for information on how to get your funds to you. And once again, congratulations.
And to all of those who have not won the award, I just would like to thank you. Thank you for your participation, and your talent is just wonderful. And we hope that you can continue on sharing this your TikTok and continue to talk about voting. If you have not voted, go out and vote. And if you have voted, like myself, I voted yesterday. I just come back and stick it and take a selfie and then post this on the social media so that you can encourage other young people go out and vote. That is a very strong message that all I'm so proud of the Vietnamese Student Association that's rise at University of Houston and also at other university that have not get the opportunity to really formalize in order to win the team competition. It does not mean that it's not you are not recognized. We just really appreciate everybody who go out and vote already, or if you have not, remember today is the last early voting day, and it's the poll station will be open until 7. So remember that, and please text other friends to go vote. So now we also did a lot in the past 2 months. We did a lot of outreach efforts. And one of the interns that have been supporting us a lot in the background and helping us is Celine. So Celine, why don't you share with us your experience going through this Get Out the Vote effort from Grow the Circle, from Houston in Action, and also your experience when you do the outreach in the communities.
Sure, I can reflect a little bit about the amazing work that we have done. Overall, this was such a great experience. I was so grateful to have been involved in this project in different ways, including spearheading and organizing a translation project, leading the team's data collection and data analysis, and finally helping out with outreach at local health fair events. The first project that we did was in collaboration with the ICVN translation team. We translated over 70 pages of the Voter's Guide for the League of Women's Voters in Houston into Vietnamese, and also over 10 pages for the League of Women's Voters in Texas. Being able to work on this project reminded me about the barriers that many communities face where English is not the primary language. And this is why the work that we're doing is so, so valuable. We also promoted voting at health fairs. On October 9th, we were at the Vienna Health Fair at Memorial Hermann. And October 16th, we were at the St. Joseph Health Promotion event, where we collaborated with Dr. Stephen Au at the Vietnamese American Pharmacy Association. I remember that many of the individuals that we talked to at these events did not even know that there was an election happening and didn't have information about Vietnamese, about the candidates, or even know how to vote. So please, 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 if you're able to help your friends and family vote, please do so. And then also reflecting on my own experiences, being able to have such engaging conversations with others in the community was so impactful. For me, I vote because although elections are only one aspect of political engagement, voting touches nearly every facet of daily life, from safety to housing to education and even to our health. So if you have not voted yet, please go out to vote and bring your friends and family with you.
Awesome. That's wonderful. How about you, Teresa?
Echoing off of what Celine said, that we were very fortunate to be able to outreach the community, directly to the community, by going out into the community and having different events. I'd like to acknowledge the local churches that allowed us to come out and spend time after each church service and outreaching to the members of the church. I'd like to acknowledge Our Lady of Lavang Catholic Church, Our Lady of Lourdes Catholic Church, and also the Vietnamese Martyrs Catholic Church. Through their help, we were able to outreach to different corners of the city and really make an impact in the community. We passed out flyers, brochures. We had people there from actually the Harris County Voters Office to come out and really explain and kind of go over the details of voting. And I think that really helped to kind of push and get the word out. In addition, we had talk shows both on radio and TV. We would like to thank Viet TV and Viet Radio that allowed us to come on and have bi-monthly talk shows that highlighted different areas of the voting aspect, whether the information they can get, where they can go vote, the key important things that voters need to know. I'd also like to acknowledge Radio Saigon Houston, who allowed us to come on also bi-monthly and have our radio shows that really focused on the older generation. We had a great response. Many people called the hotline asking us questions if they can get more information on where their polling places need to be. If they're not from this area, how do they vote? How do they do mail-in ballots? And because of our outreach projects at the churches, through the TV, through the radio media, we were able to really impact and get the news out to all these people that probably in the past have never voted, had never thought about voting, and had never thought that it was important for them to vote. So that's why I believe that our work here is very impactful, but we've only just begun. This is our first year of doing Viet Vote Houston. So I believe that in the future, this is just the start. In the future, we'll be able to push more, get more representation, get more Vietnamese Americans out there into the polls and out there to vote. So I highly encourage all of you to push your family members, those who may be on the fence, not so sure, to go out and vote and make an impact and make a difference. So I really, really am thankful to the Viet Vote Houston organization, to ICVM, that allows VCSA to participate and be a part of such an impactful organization and program.
Excellent, excellent. And I just want to echo what Teresa just said, because I felt so much encouraged when we received callers. There was an 85-year-old gentleman, and he called in after a talk show, and he said that initially he didn't want to vote because there's a lot of strangers calling him to go vote, and he didn't understand a lot about the election, so he hated those calls. So actually, those, I guess, it's just like canvassing people that try to call him and get him to vote. He didn't want to vote, but after listening to our talk show, he realized that each of his vote is just so important to really raise the voice and showcase the power of our Vietnamese community. So he told me he not only would drive to the polling location, he didn't have access to the internet, but he checked, he checked with us, and then we show him the location, and he said that he would drive there, he would vote, and he also will pass all the information and call all of his son and daughters, and call all of his grandson and granddaughter who is 18 years old or older to go vote. So those kind of stories help to encourage us and to continue the work that we are doing. And yesterday was the day where we had late voting, which is like for all the professionals who busy working during the day, they have until 10 p.m. to vote. And guess what? From last night, I was constantly on the phone, texting and helping 5 other partnering organizations, professional organizations with us, so that they can mobilize their membership. The Vietnamese Medical Association, the VAMA, the VANA, which is the Vietnamese American Nursing Association, VAPHA, Vietnamese American Pharmacists Association, and then Van Houston Academy, and also the Khai Chi Academy. So we call all of these people and text all of these people. And guess what? From last night, after last night voting, we have the total Vietnamese voter who show up at the poll as of yesterday was 12,740 people. So when we hear about 12,000, we think that is a big number, right? But out of 70,000, we still have lots of work to do. We only have 50% of the Vietnamese population that registered to vote. So there's the work that needs to be done on voter registration. But out of these 70,000 people, how can we get at least 50% of these people show up and vote? And that we cannot do it alone. I cannot say enough to thank all of our partners, starting with all the Viet media partners, the Viet TV with all the wonderful talk show that they allow us to do, every other 2 weeks. And also, like Teresa mentioned, Saigon Houston Radio has been, working with us consistently in the past few years. But now they even have the talk show called Diễn đàn Công dân, which is a citizen forum. And we talk about all the everything related to the voting process, what this election is about, how to get to the poll, what is the process, and how can we go out and vote and pick the location. So all of these would not be possible. But again, like we said at the beginning, we want to aim for about 30,000, right, Teresa and Newton and Silly, right? 30,000 or 35,000. In order for us to reach this, we need all of you. We need all of you who get involved with us so that everybody can get out and vote the vote, not just for us. Like for us, today is the last day for our early
voting.
vote. Yeah. So it's very important. So how can, like, if I'm a person who's new to this voting thing and now I got excited, I really want to make history, I want to be part of these 35,000 Vietnamese voters show up at the election. Teresa, can you tell him or her how to see?
So you can still register to vote, but however, you won't be able to vote in this coming election, this election cycle. However, you can register to vote, so you're already registered for the next election cycle. So please, if you have not registered to vote yet, please register to vote so that your voice can count next election. For this election, early voting, like Dr. England said, early voting ends today, and that the next day, or the actual voting day, is next Tuesday, November 8th. And the polls will be open until 7 p.m. on Tuesday, election day. You can find your different polling locations at harrisvotes.com. If you're in Fort Bend County, you can go to Fort Bend County website, and they will give you directions on where you can vote in there. The important thing is that if you are in Harris County, if you're a registered voter in Harris County, you can vote anywhere throughout Harris County. You do not need to go to a specific voting or polling place. However, if you would prefer to go to an area close to you, you can go to harrisvotes.com, enter in your address, and it will show you where the closest voting locations are. In addition, if you have a relative that needs the Vietnamese portion of the website, that website has everything in Vietnamese. If you go to the upper right corner of the page, you can select language, drop down, and select Vietnamese. So that way, everybody that in your family can vote. And one thing I like to emphasize is that Houston is very unique in that there are only 3 languages on the ballot, and that those languages are English, Spanish, and Vietnamese. So you have really no excuse not to go vote, and your relatives and your older generations in the family, because we are so fortunate to be able to have Vietnamese language throughout the voting process. So please, please get out to vote. Go find your voting locations on harrisvotes.org. And it is really important, because I think that we've mentioned this in previous talks, but not only is your vote important in speaking up for what you want, but as a whole community, it's also important that the Vietnamese community go out to vote, just so that we can show the local authorities that we are a voice, we are impactful in the city of Houston. And how do you show that? Through your votes. So I feel that everybody should go out, vote, register to vote, encourage your family members to go vote. And I think that if you have any questions, if you're in Harris County, go to harrisvotes.com. And you can also go to our website, vietvotehouston.org, to get all this information. In addition to, like Celine mentioned earlier, the translated documents for all the candidates and all the voting information. So we really hope that our program has made an impact to the community at large, and specifically to the Vietnamese community, and that you will all go out to vote and help get those numbers up. Dr. England said we had 70,000 registered Vietnamese voters, but yet only about 12,000 have actually voted. So what I'm hoping is that the majority of the Vietnamese American voters in Houston are just waiting until election day on Tuesday to really go out in the polls and feel the excitement at the polls on Tuesday and vote. So I think those numbers will go up, but we really need everyone's participation to really push those numbers for our community.
Wonderful, wonderful. And we are very excited. Let's all of us make a history. If we can get 35,000 or even 40,000 Vietnamese voters out at the poll, for this midterm election, we are making history. And in order for us to make a history, we need all of you. All of us will need to make a history. So either you are in to make the history for the Vietnamese community in Houston, or you are. And believe it or not, we are approaching already past the 30 minutes at the planned time. So to respect time for everyone, I would like to ask Newton and Celine each say a few words, and then Teresa, you will have your final remark, and then I will close.
For sure. Yes. Thank you, Dr. Anlan. Yes, I just want to emphasize again that your voice truly does matter. And not only that, but it is powerful. And just like Teresa mentioned, this is a collective effort and we are trying to make history. So this is a speech to not only all the voters out there, but to especially the young people. Please generate all the energy and enthusiasm you can about this election cycle, because we are truly trying to make history here. So go out to vote. Today's the last day of early voting, like everyone said, and the last day to vote is November 8th. So go out there, generate some energy, and just be super, super passionate and enthusiastic. And I can't wait to see us make history this year.
Awesome.
Building on what Newton said, midterm elections hold tremendous importance, and the results will truly impact everybody. As I mentioned earlier, voting impacts nearly all aspects of our life, and especially for younger voters, it will impact our future. So if you've not voted yet, please go out to vote and bring your friends and family with you.
As we get to the end of this program, which probably will conclude on Election Day, I would really like to acknowledge our community partners. We mentioned them earlier, which is VANA, VAMA, VAFA, that has really helped out and allowed us to be present at their different events to speak to the community. We'd also like to once again acknowledge our media partners, Viet TV, Viet Radio, and also Radio Saigon Houston. And we'd like to acknowledge also the youth that have been a part of our program from the very beginning, whether it's through our interns, Newton and Celine, or through the many different ways that the student groups have helped us through our social media programs. We have Rice VSA, we have UVH's VSA that have really come out and pushed and really helped us to spread the word. So we'd like to thank everyone who participated, everyone who has listened to our programs, everyone that has called in. We want to acknowledge everybody. Thank you very much. And we hope that we continue to spread awareness of the importance of voting, especially to the Vietnamese community. We are nothing without our community support. We are nothing without our people's support. So for the Vietnamese community to make an impact, make a statement, I highly encourage all of you to go vote, please. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. And we are not finished yet. Today is the last day for the early voting day. And you can go out to the poll and vote today until 7 p.m. And if you have voted, thank you. You have cast your vote. Thank you so much. You have to make history for the midterm election. We want to celebrate you. If you have not voted, then today is the last day for you to cast your early vote. You can go to anywhere out of 99 locations across Harris County to vote early. Or if you miss today, then for the election day, we have 792 voting locations around town for you to vote. So, and of course, for those of you who speak Vietnamese, we have the Vietnamese language on the ballot. So there is no excuse that you cannot go and vote, right? And again, we have a dream. We have a dream that at least more than half of the 70,000 Vietnamese registered voters will go out, show up at the poll and vote. So please join us to make this dream come true, because your vote is your voice, your vote is your power, and your vote is your destiny. So we thank you so much for all the community partners with us, and we look forward to seeing you at the poll. And also, let's make this election become historic for Vietnamese American communities around city of Houston and vicinity. So thank you so much for attending and joining our program today. And we wish you a wonderful weekend. And please remember, go out and vote.